everybody. It is Terror here with another Terror blog. I remember I saw bisexual boxers do the top 10 theories for kids shows. When he's forgetting one thing that's surrounding me. Urban legends in video games. But not just any urban legend. Creepy urban legend. And since I am Terror, the Red Skull, I figured I would go down the top 10 creepiest urban legends in video games. For this list we have a few rules. 1 per franchise. We don't want constant repeats of Pokemon urban legends all over the list. And number 2, no creepypastas. If the origin is a creepypasta, they cannot be on the list. But if they started as an urban legend and became a creepypasta, that's okay. Remember, this is Terror's list, not yours. Remember that, my little mortals. The Tails doll. In the game Sonic R, there are unlockable characters. A robotic Knuckles, Metal Sonic, a Badnik, but one character stands out from all the rest, being the Tails doll. Being a replica of Tails, he has little to no animations, and there's a story behind him. Apparently, if you beat Super Sonic in a certain kind of race, the Tails doll will come out of the screen and kill you alive. Since then, the Tails doll has not appeared in any other Sonic game, minus Sonic R in the collections. But every time Sonic R appears in the collections, the creator of the collection always says he fixes a certain glitch. With a gem affixed to his forehead, it would make sense that Tails doll is none other than a voodoo doll.
A fucking voodoo doll? Really? That's insulting even to me, you dick!
Okay, fine. Not a Tails doll. An evil spirit that kills innocent children. Would you like that better?
Actually, yes I would! Fuck you!
The next is a well-known urban legend by all Minecraft players. Herobrine. Many don't know who Herobrine is. Apparently he's a user with the Steve skin but with no eyes that can go into the game and mess with your buildings. However, it goes further than that. Many people say he represents the dead brother of Notch, but Notch has said he has a brother that he has never met before, and he is not in the game in any way, shape, or form. Many people say Herobrine got his popularity after he supposedly appeared inside a live stream. After that, Herobrine's popularity exploded all over Minecraft. Once there was a game named Kill Switch. Kill Switch only had a few copies, and once you beat the game, it would delete itself, as if it never existed. Kill Switch would let you play through a dark and eerie area as either a human girl or an invisible demon. One person ended up buying Kill Switch for over $600 on eBay, planning to do a let's play of it on YouTube so everyone can see it, but all he uploaded was a video of himself crying in front of the camera. Microsoft has a large variety of programs. Sometimes during some of these programs, they put little Easter eggs. One of them in Microsoft Office 95. They added an Easter egg called the Hall of Tortured Souls, a minigame which go through an area full of gritty red textures and pictures of the developers on the walls. After Twisted Metal Black, Sony wanted to create a sequel, being Harbor City. However, most of the developers died during a plane crash, but they still got a letter that was supposedly from the developers. It asked them to release the 4 maps from Harbor City in the next Twisted Metal game. Many thought it was a sick joke from the fans. However, it's still a thought. The maps were eventually released as unlockables inside the next game. Berserk is currently acclaimed as one of the evilest video games in existence. A simple arcade game, which lets you play it as a human trying to escape an alien or robot facility. If you take too long getting through the area, the character Otto starts to chase after you. The thing about Otto is that after 2 people put their high score on the machine, they ended up dying of a heart attack. Naming Otto one of the evilest video game characters in existence.
The humanoid must not escape.
Remember when I mentioned the Pokemon? Well, here you go. In the earliest versions of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan, there's a little song that played in the city, Lavender Town. This song apparently drove kids to the point of insanity and suicide. It caused the later versions of the game and the American release of Red and Blue to have a different song play. But that's not all. There's also Ghost, Creepy Black, the Dead Marowak, and so many more stories revolving around the ghost town with no gym, Lavender Town. Earthbound, one of Nintendo's most popular franchises, even if it only had 3 installments. The final boss of the game, Earthbound, is gAmE, but when you look at him, he's downright disturbing. Right before you get to the fight, you're going down what looks like intestines or a female uterus until you get to the boss. When you look at the second phase of the boss, pause for a minute and examine it. It looks like an outline of a dead fetus. But this isn't a coincidence. The creator of the game, when he was a child, went to a movie theater, walking into the wrong movie. This movie just so happened to be the military police and the dismembered beauty. This scarred him, but this also inspired him to create gAmE, inspired by the movie. Polybius. Polybius is a pretty shady game released in arcades, and quickly pulled out after Men in Black came and examined the game. There's a rumor that Polybius was made by the military to hypnotize people into joining them. After playing 10 minutes of Polybius, you go through nausea, neck terrors, and ending up despising video games. But that's not all. There's a rumor going around that Shigeru Miyamoto, one of the most famous men at Nintendo, helped create Polybius because he was hired by the US military to do so. And the #1 urban legend in video games, Squall is dead. Final Fantasy VIII, during the end of the first disc, Squall was stabbed in the chest. In the second disc, everyone acted like it never happened. The second disc is meant to reflect on Squall's life flashing before your eyes. And many people say during the credits, they can see a picture of Squall with no face flash during those credits. So those were the top 10 video game urban legends. Makes you think, doesn't it? I am terror, and we all see vision ceiling, at least once in our lives.